Welcome to the Deep Dive, the show where we kind of take all your sources and break them down into the most fascinating and useful information that we can.
Yeah.
I'm Brian, and today we're going deep on goji berries.
Sounds good.
These little red fruits that have been like making a splash lately
Mm.
in the health and wellness world.
Mm.
And joining me to separate facts from fiction is Chelsea, a nutritionist.
Hi, everyone.
Now, before we jump in, I want to give a quick shout out to Detox Health.
Yes.
Their YouTube channel is an awesome resource for anyone who is looking for healthy and delicious recipes,
Absolutely.
along with some really evidence-based health tips. So if you haven't already checked them out, be sure to hit that subscribe button. You won't regret it.
Great channel.
Okay. So Chelsea, whenever I hear the term superfood, I get a little skeptical.
I get it.
What makes goji berries stand out from the crowd?
Yeah, you're right to be cautious about the term superfood. It's often used as like a marketing tactic.
Right.
But goji berries do have a very unique nutritional profile that definitely warrants attention. They're not just nutrient-rich. They offer a powerful combination of antioxidants, including zeaxanthin, which is known to specifically protect your eyes, and polysaccharides, which may play a role in regulating blood sugar.
Okay.
It's really this combination that you won't find in many other fruits.
So, I actually tried goji berries for the first time a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah?
And I was expecting them to be super tart, but they have this surprisingly pleasant sweetness to them.
Yeah.
Is that what I was expecting?
Yeah, they have a very unique flavor profile. It's slightly sweet and tangy, kind of like a cross between a cranberry and a cherry.
Yeah.
You get both.
Yeah, I read that just a handful of dried goji berries pack a surprising amount of fiber, iron, and vitamins A and C.
Yeah, it's
Pretty impressive stats.
It is.
But how do these nutrients actually benefit our health?
Well, let's start with the antioxidants. Think of antioxidants as a cellular defense system,
Okay.
neutralizing harmful free radicals and protecting your body from damage. This damage, known as oxidative stress, is like rust forming on a car.
I see.
Free radicals are like tiny rust particles that damage our cells, contributing to inflammation and aging.
Okay.
Antioxidants in goji berries, especially zeaxanthin, act like rust-proofing,
Uh-huh.
helping to neutralize these harmful particles.
Okay, so by eating goji berries, we're giving our bodies extra defenses against oxidative stress.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But what about the claims about goji berries improving eye health? How does zeaxanthin actually work to protect our eyes?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Zeaxanthin acts like an internal sunglass, filtering out harmful blue light and protecting the delicate cells in your macula, which is the central part of your retina responsible for sharp central vision.
Gotcha.
Studies have shown that goji berry juice can actually increase macular pigment density,
Wow.
which is crucial for protecting against age-related macular degeneration,
Yeah.
a leading cause of vision loss.
That's fascinating.
Mm.
But were those studies done on humans or animals? And how large were the study groups? I always like to look at the details of the research before getting too excited about things.
You're absolutely right to be critical of the research.
Yeah.
In the case of goji berries and macular degeneration, there have been studies on both animals and humans.
Okay.
One human study involved a small group of people with early signs of macular degeneration. While the results were promising, showing an improvement in macular pigment density after consuming goji berry juice, larger-scale studies are needed to confirm these findings.
Yeah, makes sense. What about the other potential benefits of goji berries, like regulating blood sugar? What's the science behind that?
Goji berries contain unique polysaccharides that may help regulate blood sugar by improving insulin sensitivity.
Okay.
This basically means that your cells are better able to absorb glucose from your bloodstream, preventing spikes and crashes in blood sugar levels. However, research in this area is still preliminary, and more studies, especially on humans, are needed to fully understand the impact of goji berries on blood sugar control.
So while the research is still ongoing, there's definitely a lot of potential for goji berries to have a positive impact on our health.
For sure.
What about potential downsides? Are there any risks or precautions we should be aware of?
That's an important point.
Yeah.
While goji berries are generally safe for most people, there are a few things to consider. Firstly, like many fruits, they have the potential to trigger allergic reactions,
Okay.
especially in people who are already allergic to other berries or fruits in the same family.
So start with a small amount and see how your body reacts.
Yes, definitely good advice for any new food.
Yeah, for sure. What else should we be aware of?
Another crucial consideration is potential interactions with certain medications.
Okay.
For example, goji berries might enhance the effects of certain diabetes medications, so it's crucial to monitor your blood sugar closely if you're combining the two. They could also interact with blood thinners, increasing the risk of bleeding.
That makes sense. It sounds like talking to your doctor is a good idea if you have any concerns or are taking medication.
Absolutely. Especially if you have any underlying health conditions. It's always better to err on the side of caution and get personalized advice from a healthcare professional.
Okay, I'm taking notes.
Mm.
Now, let's say I'm convinced and I want to start incorporating these nutritional powerhouses into my diet. What's the best way to actually eat them?
Well, one of the most common ways is to eat them dried, just like raisins.
Okay.
They make a great addition to trail mixes, yogurt, or even baked goods. You can also rehydrate dried goji berries by soaking them in water for a few minutes.
Uh,
This gives them a softer texture, making them perfect for adding to salsas, smoothies, soups, and stir-fries.
so many possibilities. I'm already thinking about adding them to my morning oatmeal or tossing them into a salad for some extra color and flavor.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
You can also find goji berry powder and juice blends in many health food stores. The powder is easy to mix into smoothies or yogurt, and the juice blends can be a convenient way to get your daily dose of antioxidants.
This is all starting to sound pretty tempting.
Uh,
I'm definitely going to be experimenting with goji berries more in my own kitchen. But before we get carried away with goji berry recipes, I'm curious about their history. I read that they've been used in traditional Chinese medicine for centuries.
mm-hmm.
What can you tell us about that?
Yes, goji berries have a long and fascinating history in traditional Chinese medicine. They're believed to have a balancing and harmonizing effect on the body's energy or qi.
Okay.
Traditionally, they've been used for a wide range of purposes, from boosting energy and improving eyesight to supporting liver function and promoting longevity.
It's amazing how much wisdom is embedded in traditional medical practices.
It is.
And it's interesting to see how modern science is starting to validate some of those traditional uses. For example, I remember reading about a study that looked at the effects of goji berry juice on mood and sleep.
Yeah, that was a really interesting study.
What did it find?
It involved healthy adults who drank either goji berry juice or a placebo drink every day for 2 weeks.
Okay.
The group who consumed the goji berry juice reported feeling more energized, focused, and calm.
Really?
They also had better sleep quality compared to the placebo group.
So the ancient claims about goji berries promoting relaxation and sleep might actually have some scientific backing.
Yeah, it's possible.
I'm curious, though, how do we reconcile those findings with the earlier discussion about goji berries boosting energy?
Yeah.
That seems a bit contradictory.
That's a great observation.
Yeah.
It does seem counterintuitive, doesn't it? It's important to remember that one study doesn't necessarily prove anything conclusively. Plus, the effects of goji berries might vary depending on the individual, the dosage, and other factors. More research is definitely needed to fully understand their impact on both energy levels and sleep.
That's true. We always have to consider the bigger picture.
Mm-hmm.
But even at this stage, it's safe to say that goji berries are a pretty remarkable little fruit with a lot to offer.
I agree. They're a nutritional powerhouse with a unique flavor profile and a fascinating history. And with ongoing research, we might just uncover even more incredible health benefits in the future.
Now, speaking of the future, one of the sources mentioned that goji berries could potentially play a larger role in modern healthcare. What are your thoughts on that, Chelsea? Do you see a future where goji berries are more than just a trendy superfood and become an integral part of preventive medicine or even disease treatment?
That's a really thought-provoking question.
Yeah.
It's hard to predict the future, but given the growing body of research and the promising results we're seeing, I wouldn't be surprised if goji berries gained even more traction in the medical community,
Yeah.
especially as we shift towards a more holistic and preventative approach to healthcare.
I can see that happening too. But it's important to remember that goji berries are not a magic bullet.
Right.
They're not going to cure all diseases or solve all health problems.
Exactly. They're not a replacement for conventional medicine or a healthy lifestyle.
Right. They're a potential tool in the toolbox, but not the entire toolbox.
Precisely. And as with any dietary change, it's always best to talk to your doctor or a qualified healthcare professional to make sure it's appropriate for your individual needs and health conditions.
Excellent advice. So as we wrap up our deep dive into the world of goji berries, what are some key takeaways you'd like our listeners to remember, Chelsea?
Well, I think the main takeaway is that goji berries are a nutrient-dense fruit with a long history of use in traditional medicine.
Yeah.
They're packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals, and early research suggests they may offer a range of health benefits from protecting our eyes and boosting our immune system to potentially even improving our mood and sleep.
Those are some pretty amazing potential benefits. And let's not forget about their delicious taste and versatility in the kitchen.
Absolutely. They're a delicious and versatile addition to any diet.
And as we've learned, while more research is needed to confirm some of the more exciting claims, the early findings are definitely promising. It's safe to say these little berries are a nutritional powerhouse worth exploring. And who knows, maybe they'll even become a regular part of your diet too. I know I'm definitely going to be adding them to my grocery list.
That's great. And I want to say thanks again to Detox Health.
Mm.
Their YouTube channel has tons of great content on healthy eating,
Oh, yeah.
delicious recipes. I'm sure they even have some featuring goji berries,
I bet they do.
and all sorts of tips and tricks for living a healthier, happier life. Plus, subscribing to their channel helps support their work in creating more amazing content like this.
Absolutely.
You can find the subscribe button right there on their channel page.
Yeah.
Don't miss out.
Well said. And a huge thanks to you for sharing your expertise with us today. It's been a truly fascinating deep dive into the world of goji berries.
The pleasure was all mine. I always enjoy exploring the science behind these intriguing foods and sharing what I've learned.
Okay, Chelsea, before we sign off, I have one final question for you. It's a big one, but I think it's worth pondering. Given their long history in traditional medicine and the increasingly promising scientific findings we're seeing, do you think goji berries could play a more significant role in modern healthcare in the future? Could they become more than just a superfood and be integrated into preventive medicine or even disease treatment protocols? What are your thoughts on that?
That's a fascinating question to consider.
Yeah.
And it's one that researchers are actively exploring. While it's still early and more research is needed, I think there's a definite possibility that goji berries could have a more prominent role in healthcare down the line. We're already seeing studies suggesting potential in areas like eye health, immune function, blood sugar regulation, and even mood and cognitive function.
It's exciting to think about the possibilities.
Mm.
Imagine a future where doctors might actually prescribe goji berries alongside conventional treatments or recommend them as part of a preventative health plan.
Exactly. And as we continue to learn more about the complex interplay between nutrition and health, we'll likely see more foods like goji berries being recognized for their therapeutic potential. It's a fascinating field of study, and I'm eager to see what the future holds.
I couldn't agree more, Chelsea. It's an exciting time to be exploring the world of nutrition and its impact on our health. And with that thought-provoking question, I think it's time for us to wrap up this deep dive into the world of goji berries. A huge thank you to our listeners for joining us on this journey of discovery. We hope you found it informative, intriguing, and maybe even a little bit inspiring. And don't forget to check out the Detox Health's YouTube channel for more great information and healthy recipes. Remember, there's always more to learn and explore when it comes to your health and well-being. So stay curious, keep an open mind, and as always, be sure to consult with your doctor or a qualified healthcare professional before making any major changes to your diet or lifestyle.
Well said. Thanks again for having me. It's been a pleasure.
The pleasure was all mine. Until next time, keep diving deep, everyone.